I thought I would come back because that reading earlier today was kind of like, I don't know, it's a little dark. Yeah. And so I said, let's try again and see if a different kind of energy comes out. I sometimes I don't post readings because they be so, ah, it's a lot. But I went ahead and posted that uh, earlier today. Maybe somebody needed to hear that. But let's see. Let's try again. We're going to use the same deck and we're going to see what energy comes out tonight. Okay. Like, share, comment, subscribe to Blood Moon Oracle if you have not. My name is Leticia. I hope you guys are well. And this channel is for you. If you are into tarot, if you're into energy, if you're into, you know, tapping into your intuition and being guided by it, if you're into healing, if you're into art, if you're into laughter and fun, like this station is about everything. If you're into plants, if you're into painting, like if you'll notice, it jumps around. I jump around a lot just because I want to do everything. I do. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard to focus because I do. I want to do everything. Everything. My bucket list consists of everything. There's no itemized things on my bucket list. It just says everything because I do. I want to do everything. I want to experience it all. Anywho, let's see what the energy is this week or this evening. The energy is for this evening. If it's going to be different than what came out earlier, if you haven't watched that, you can. The reading earlier was about, oh, here we go. One of them same cards. Here we go. Oh, Lord. Lord. Have mercy, Lord. The reading earlier was about awareness and it was about seeing who you have like in your vicinity, in your energy. There's something to be aware of. And it almost felt like there was someone that maybe, um, you know, in your inner circle that maybe shouldn't be. I don't know. Something about the Trojan horse, somebody trying to get in, to get close, just to, catch you in a vulnerable spot, maybe. Maybe it wasn't personal. It could have been collectively. It could have been what's going on worldwide because it actually ended with having to take sides. Like it's like some type of fight or a competition or battle that's happening. And I don't know if whoever the reading was for, was in a position to choose when it's all said and done, when this is revealed. I don't know. I just read the energy and the cards that come out and pray that whoever needs to see it and hear it does. So let's see the energy coming out tonight. And I can't be mad because whenever I pull out this deck, my Crow Oracle deck this is real, right? It don't play. It's gonna tell you exactly what it is. I go back and watch readings that I did like a year ago and cannot believe how on point those readings were collectively. And so I stopped questioning. I just read it. Sometimes I won't post it, but sometimes I will. But when I pull this deck out, I always know things are about to get real. Like it's getting real again. Tonight, I thought the energy would change, but it hasn't changed. Waterproof, illusion, protection. It's like, get ready for what's about to be revealed, uncovered. Let's see. All right. Uh, so I feel like you could be in a position right now where you are feeling like you have to be strong. You have to wear thick skin right now. You have to wear thick skin and you have to ignore a lot of things that may normally piss you off. But right now you're playing it cool. You're playing it cool. And it may be because you see the truth in a situation. Everybody else may see it one way, but you see it for real, right? You see beyond the illusion. You see beyond the mask that's being warn, right? There could be a situation that you see clearly, a little bit irritating, but you're not gonna let it frustrate you like that because you know what it is. Um, but it gives you an opportunity not only to see it for what it is, but also to position yourself, right? So you don't get caught up in a way that you don't want to with this kind of energy, right? And so it gives you an opportunity to strategize, maybe even to protect yourself. And this may, in fact, be your gift. You may have a gift of um, sight. You may have the gift of what is that gift that allows you to like read people really good? You may have that gift. You may have the gift of um, vision where you spirit reveals things to you. How they could come across many different ways, right? However, this may be your forte. This may be your area of gifting, right? What we're talking about here, being able to see past the illusion. And so this whole thing for you is all about having an opportunity to prepare, right? To always be ahead of the game, to prepare yourself for what is to play out, for what is to come. It may position you in a very good position, right? Having this ability or this gift. It's the gift of knowing, maybe. It don't have to be nothing like super woo woo. You may just have the gift of knowing. And it may not even be a big deal to you. You're like, it's always been like this. Like, I don't even really let it bother me no more. People are going to be people. And there's nothing you can do about it. Just like you're going to be you, right? I'm going to be me. I can't control nobody else. I'm so busy trying to keep myself under control, right? So I do feel there's a situation that you may enter into shortly where you are going to need to weed out, right? You're going to need to weed out the op or the um, situation, the issue. There's something about having the power and the support to be able to weed out that negative thing or that thing that doesn't really fit, right? There may be something about your situation where there's something involved here as we move forward in the near future, that may threaten the peace of your environment or your surroundings or whatever it is that you have correctly made your own, right? It could be your community, right? It could be your place of position and where you work. It could be your home. There's something about having to weed out and having the support to do it, though, having to weed out a bad element. Okay. And we're going to clarify this to see. Mhm. And this may be something or someone that you were connected to in the past that you had some kind of bond with. This could be somebody that, is close to you. That's why I'm saying this is kind of like the same kind of energy. Do you get tired of reading the same stuff? I do. I do. And so right now you may be in a position, like I'm saying, you have wearing tough skin right now, and you're not showing up how you used to or how people usually expect you to. There's something a little distant from you right now, something a little cold and disconnected, and it's just not, you are not in places or you're not showing up in ways that you used to. I feel like that's the vibe you're giving off. That's how people are maybe seeing you at the moment, which is, if you're dealing with this kind of energy and you see it, and I mean, you may not react to it, but it's still there. You still know. And even though you don't let it bother you, you're still aware of it. And so there's something a little bit drawback how people are perceiving your energy or they're missing you because you're not really in places or you're not acting and doing like you usually do. Also, I'm getting to there's something coming out about being caught up. and not being able to move like you want, being caught up. I don't know what that means. And I'm hearing snowed in. I don't know if you're in a place where there is a storm or there it's cold and you're not able to go out and do as you usually do. Um, for some reason, people feel like you're snowed in. That could be literal, but that could be symbolic too of you not being able to move as normally as you would. Yeah. And I see you in this energy where you're not going to be as, like I said, you're not moving like you usually do. There's something about this situation where you see an opportunity to just, and you might find yourself just not really letting on that you know or you see, and you're just sitting back and just watching. And you may be doing that just to see. There's a video that is coming to my mind, a meme, a TikTok, and the video is it's showing somebody just kind of sitting back and watching the other person and they're saying in their mind, oh, I haven't saw this trick before. I'm going to go ahead and allow them to run game so that I can see this new game that I haven't seen before, right? And so there's a sense of you allowing something to go on and you're just sitting back, you're watching it, trying to see, maybe even trying to learn a new strategy to watch out for. That's what I'm getting. Um, yeah. And there's just this very feeling like, right? There's something that is going to take place that you are dreading. You're dreading it, the anticipation of it. This could be some kind of meeting or some kind of event coming. I don't feel like you're looking forward to it. And if you are looking forward to the event, there's certain people that's going to show up to that event that you're not really looking forward to seeing. And you may need to go out and just release some of this stuff out in nature. You may need to just take some time for yourself. I feel like this whole thing, I don't feel like anything is wasted. Let me say that. Nothing. No experience, no challenge, no misfortune. Even in times where you feel like you missed something, you missed an opportunity, you were supposed to miss that opportunity, or else you would have been able to experience that opportunity. I feel like nothing is coincidental. Like everything happens the way I spoke that it's supposed to. And I know that's a bit sometimes depending on what we're talking about, that can get a little bit um doomy, you know. But I just feel like when we look out into nature, how everything is so perfect, right? Everything is so perfect and orderly, right? We have trees that's been around for thousands of years that's still growing upward and outward. Like, you mean to tell me they have not ceased to exist or fell over or just stopped doing what they're doing? No, there's a sense of order to nature, which is not on purpose. Like, we didn't go out and make nature like we make cars or like we build houses or like we sew our clothes. Nature just happens without any of us having to do anything with it, which proves that there is an energy that exists that is responsible for that. The same energy that is responsible for the order of nature is also the same energy that has orchestrated our lives, just like it has orchestrated nature. Some get mad when summer comes because it'd be so hot, and I'm not looking forward to summer where I am right now, but so be it. Some don't like the winter, don't like the snow. It's like we could just skip over that season, right? But no, it happens because it is purposeful. Sorry about that. I think that everything is absolutely purposeful. Everything, good, bad, ugly, the beautiful. And so this might all be all about growth too, and dealing with I don't know, unmet um, anger, unmet hurts, unmet issues. This is sometimes the only way to get those things to come up, right? Because we hide it so good, and we become so, flawless with what we do. Here I'm talking about you, right? Not that other person, but the ability for you to show up and present this sense of resilience. Like it takes stuff like this to dig underneath that surface. And so that may be what spirit is trying to do. Let's get some Tara. The Tara will set us free. Okay. I may get some kickback on that, but that's okay. Bring it. Because the Tara will set us free. All right, so let's see. What is this waterproof energy about for you? I had to just cleanse my energy real quick because it came in and started messing with the electronics, and we're not having that. Okay, go play with somebody else. Why is waterproof here in my viewer tonight? You're so abundant, you don't have anything to worry about anyway. To worry would take away from your abundance. Nine of Cups and Ace of Cups. That's why you need to stay in that energy of resilience and of unbotheredness. I don't feel like this makes you or breaks you, even though you may be aware of it. Illusion. Seven of Swords and Three of Wands. It almost feels like somebody, um, there's some bit of deception here with the Seven of Swords. Somebody is deceptive, and we know that with the energy of illusion coming out of their intentions. They're deceptive of what it is that they um, really want to move towards. With the Three of Wands, this is all about expansion, moving forward, you pushing through, right? But I don't know if someone is pretending to want to move forward. I don't know. But someone's being dishonest here in this situation. Yeah, there's some dishonesty here. And if I wasn't, you know, I'm going to even go so far as to say this may be somebody that wants to swap. I've been hearing a lot about destiny swap, and I don't know how I feel about it, but I am getting this with the Seven of Swords and the Three of Wands. It's like the illusion, maybe someone pretending to be, you know, standing for something, not necessarily being truthful around that. There's some other intention behind that, is what I'm trying to say. Maybe they do want to take your place. I don't know. But you see it. And because you see it, you can protect yourself against it. Hmm. Yeah. Um, I don't know why it keeps coming out that this is somebody close to you. That was definitely the energy earlier, too. Um, Spirit is just wanting you to know where your power is. The Hermit comes out, and the Two of Swords is addressing stuff. Don't sweep nothing under the rug. Don't avoid or pretend like, you could ignore the situation. Instead, I'm sorry, give me 1 second. Oh, now that I'm back after an hour being on the phone, um, I have no idea where I left off, so I'm just going to pick up with what I'm seeing here. You being positioned to, this is about you being in a position to prepare, right? You won't be caught off guard. You'll be in a position to strategize around this, is what I'm seeing. Yes. What is this? Preparation. Because you're going to know. You're going to know when, to pull back and stop giving so much of yourself and to be selfish or to, be reserved. You'll be aware of when to do that. What is this teamwork here? This is a new energy coming in. Hmm. I don't know about this though. There's something about this being like the inspiration for you to maybe do something more or do something, maybe coming together to do something, that's going to be constructive. And this is that energy coming towards you that is some level of teamwork that's going to help remove this element that I was talking about. But at the same time, that's also going to be the element to cause things to move forward and expand for you and for the group, for those that you're connected to. There may be something about this that brings in new energy, or a newfound sense for existing or purpose. It's like something new is coming in with this task to come together and push this element out. Yeah. Something about creativity. I don't know why this is the energy coming out. I have fire energy and yeah. So the King of Wands and Death, um, it's fire energy and Scorpio. Death is Scorpio. Yeah, something about this connection is driving about a massive change, or has. This is past energy, has driven about massive change. Just being connected to this or to this person. There may have been something about this person that kind of rubbed off. The King of Wands is actually not a bad energy to be connected to. Hmm. Whoever, whatever this is really about a high level energy, high level of functioning and production and commitment. This may be what has instituted maybe some kind of change in you, whoever this is. Let's see. And here you are, just over here in your own little space, in your own lane, enjoying life, or you will be. You are. This is immediate energy. Hmm. Doing what makes you happy, being real comfortable, real grounded, real safe. So, what is this you're observing? Judgment and the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like this is something you may have learned, or you will have the opportunity to learn. There's something that's going to give you like some tidbits, some wisdom, some secrets um, about how to build for yourself. There's something very practical about this opportunity that you have to sit back and watch someone in operation and learn from them. You're watching how they move. I don't know why I'm getting watching how somebody makes money. I don't know. But there's some strategy I feel like here that you are watching and you're learning. Just tied to a job in the Pinnacles could be something's making a lot of sense right now. there's some hesitancy or some weird feelings of regret of having to meet or deal with someone somewhere along the line. Maybe either you've been watching this person or this person has been watching you. This could be someone religious or spiritual. It could be a teacher, a coach, or something like that. And there's some drawback to having to deal or meet with this person at some up and coming event here. That's on your mind as something that you're dreading. What could happen? I don't know. But there's something about you just pushing forward, even though this feels heavy, even though it feels like a burden right now, like you just pushing past it. Queen of Cups, Eight of Swords, excuse me, and the Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups on both sides of the Eight of Swords. Don't you, put yourself out about this. I feel like, and you won't. Subconsciously, I feel like you're saying, as long as I have my ducks in a row, everything is good. That outweighs the stress or even you feeling restricted in some kind of way. The fact that you are in a very enjoyable place right now. It's like as long as I'm good. I'm not worried about it. So that's the second bit of energy that came out. Whoever that's for, I didn't know. Hang in there though, right? I feel like you're in a better situation than you realize. But there are things about this that feels like, you'd rather not, but you just will just because, like this person that you're dreading having to meet up with, or, some event that's coming up where you'll have to confront or face or deal with somebody. Other than that, everything else is like, okay, we can do this. And it doesn't feel like you are in the dark about it, you know, and you probably see more than you give yourself credit for. You probably see more than they give you credit for. What is the advice? Is the advice? I know in the middle of that, I was on a roll and about to go deep into some theological stuff. And then that call came in and cut me off along with the flickers of the electronics until I shoot that energy out. Maybe it wasn't meant for me to talk about it. What is in the advice? hmm So we have the star, the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. Whatever it is, make sure it leads to abundance and stability. Okay. From the conception of this or the hope of this with the star to the you moving in this with the Ace of Cups, just achieving your way up to you even enjoying it with the Ace of Cups, from the Eight of Cups to the Ace of Cups, bringing yourself to the place of abundance, and enjoyment and stability. hmm The Queen of Swords has given me Empress energy, Empress vibes, Emperor vibes if you're a man. I feel like this has been set in motion. Follow your passion, follow your heart, follow your joy, follow your peace, right? You're being guided and you're reaching, right? And enjoying too. And so, yeah, allow that to be your motivation. all those things, not just one, but all of them together. Yeah. And I feel like that sums up like how we're supposed to enjoy and experience life. It should be passionate, you know, it should be challenging where we're achieving and striving and, you know, not just settling in one place, but constantly moving and expanding and climbing, you know, not because that is the goal, but just because, you know, we don't get the opportunity to do everything, even though I want to do everything, but we can certainly try, right? We can try. We can continue to challenge ourselves and learn more, and we can enjoy it too, right? It's all of that. It's the wholeness of life, you know. I feel like you have an opportunity to experience that right now. Spirit is saying, let yourself. And I feel a need to light some Palo Santo. It's a lot going on right now. I don't know if y'all know that in the spirit realm and in the physical realm, it's a lot. And this is a time to have tough skin, to just allow things to roll off your back. Well, those things that we can do that with. I think there's sometimes things that we need to deal with. And sometimes we're like, okay, I'm going to do it, but I don't want to. And I didn't enjoy this spot. But this spot is by all means necessary. So I'll do it. I didn't want to, but I will. Mm, this smells so good. I just think like this would be like the perfect end of the day. Light you some Palo Santo wood in a fireplace. Get you a nice warm glass of sangria or maybe a nice cup of decaffeinated coffee. I love coffee. And I will drink coffee at night too, just because I do. I like coffee. But this Palo Santo is representative of that. All right. Because I don't have a fireplace. And no, I don't have no wine. And I don't have no coffee. But the Palo Santo is giving me those vibes. Okay. All right. That's the reading tonight. I hope you guys are well and thriving. And let me know if let me know if that message resonates with you. And we'll see you next time, okay? Blood Moon Oracle is the channel. My name is Leticia, and have a good evening. Bye.